everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 12th and final episode of Onii-chan wa Oshimai. Now, yeah, this has definitely been one of the most enjoyable shows for me of the season. I mean, this is one of those shows that I knew like 2 seasons in advance about and was really looking forward to, and it really has not disappointed. Like, we obviously have 1 episode left, but there's no way that that's going to be disappointing. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it's going to be sad to see it go. Hopefully we do get a season 2. Because this is one of those shows where if we don't get a season 2 in a certain amount of time, I'm just going to go jump into the source material. Like, it's that good of a show for me. So, but yeah, I mean, I always kind of do this, so I kind of want to just hesitate's not the right word. Just stall. That's the word I'm looking for. Stall, because even though I want to watch it, I also don't want it to end. So you're kind of in that limbo with a lot of these situations. And please just lay down if you're going to do this. Okay, that was my cat. He lay down, so it's all good. So let's just jump in and see exactly how, my hero ends off the first season of his own personal anime. So yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Looks so, yeah, it's straight up snowed. Okay, a good amount too. Naturally, Asahi enjoys this, but just be careful not to melt it. I'm sure it was. In reactions, I often make a comment about how it rarely ever snows where I live whenever I see snow in anime. But, like, this year we've had a very strange amount of snow, so I can't really say that this time. You did a great job. I mean, yeah, it's snowing. And, where you're at the snow, rather. There it is, okay. Yeah, what's up? You have to go to the bathroom. So, looks like we have a nice little trip to end off our season. It's a shame you can't actually see my cat from that angle, but he's just chilling on my lap. Like it's his lap. I mean, if we're in a snowy place, we're probably not going to get that beach episode. Even though we see so much swimsuit-related stuff in the opening. I'm even gonna miss the opening. It's a really fun opening. Like, some openings feel very cookie cutter, generic, that exists just because it has to exist. And then there's openings that you can actually feel the fun, feel the love that goes into it. This is definitely one of those openings. Like, it generally gets you hyped to watch this show, which I appreciate. My hero's future as a sister. That's the title. So this is how we get to this point. We might have. Somebody brought the drinks. That would be nice. Is that where we went? I mean, I didn't know exactly where we went. I just knew there was snow there. But yeah, Onsen would be great. It's not exactly a beach episode, but it is close enough. It checks some of the same, checks some of the same boxes. I think I remember a commenter on the videos mentioning something about an Onsen episode. Also, I appreciate them leaving Onsen untranslated because I'm a weeb, So I always appreciate that sort of thing. Yeah, Tsukima in, I think it's it. I really need to get glasses. I didn't have a chance to read that sign, but I'm sure it wasn't important. That's the thing to be excited about, the mats. But yeah, I'm not Japanese, so I wouldn't understand. I mean, you gotta have a snowball fight if there's snow around. Kimono. Wow, yeah. I mean, it suits her rather well. We're all on the same page. Let's do it. Where's my... I wanted to just be lazy. But you definitely know that feeling. Especially now that I have a real job. Because sadly enough, me being a YouTuber does not pay the bills as much as I wish it would. She's so proud of Onii-chan back there. Very girly reaction. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, if it's snowing out there, if there's snow out there, yeah, generally it's gonna be pretty cold. Kaede with a great idea. Oh wow. I mean, it's gotta be, right? It's not a proper onsen without the open air bath. Oh, there it is. Well, our journey to it, at least. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. You better. I mean, I didn't think about that too much, but yeah, that would be quite stimulating. But didn't he go to the bath in like episode 2? Like... Wow, they were in like sink too. Yeah, they just throw it all over the floor. Technically. Yes, can I ogle our friends? Oh, well I mean, I mean, some things are just unreasonable to expect not to do. Let's do that. Yeah, you forget how big Mihari is, but Kaede there's no forgetting. So, yeah, how is this gonna go? Ooh, yeah, what a beautiful place. Like, I would love to check out a place like this one of these days. Don't confuse poor Asahi with words. Probably, you know, keeping her distance. There's too much opie in that direction. I'm not trying to respond to that. If anything had backwards puberty. They kind of do, don't they? Can you, though? I feel like somebody might have just followed you. Or maybe not. Weird tingly sensation. Okay, so the delayed following. Well, yeah, there's no escape. Yeah, she doesn't want her friend to be lonely. She has no idea about the unpure, thoughts going on in my hero's head. Yeah, I know it. Asahi. Yeah, Asahi. Yeah, I mean, this is to be expected. What, not getting as excited as you thought you would? Okay, now I get it. Flat is justice, don't forget. Well, you asked for this. I have no sympathy for you. Mostly just jealousy. I mean, what? Are you about to pee in the bath? Trust me, if before the body switch, there'd be much bigger reaction, if you know what I mean. But, judging by that scene right there, So did it really pop back in? Is that really where we're going with this? Like, because this would be a hell of a time to have it wear off, if that's what we're doing here. Because it really couldn't be a more awkward time for that to happen. Mihani, please help me get rid of this thing. Wow, just casually. And maybe Mihani wasn't expecting this today. Yeah, this is definitely a panic situation. Oh, well. You wouldn't understand. So yeah, did she get, I guess it's implying that she did get to touch it, but I mean, there's a lot going on there. I mean, detoxing was mentioned. It makes sense. I guess it was some foreshadowing. Although I think they were talking about that before we even went into the hot spring with the tingly feeling. Yeah, this does kind of put a damper on it. Do you have any more of the stuff to give him? Aw. Oh wow, they really went full detail with that shot. I knew she was going to say that. I mean, I, I think it's a good idea to just take it at this point. Like, what's he really going to go back to? Quick, hide the drugs. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. They're all such good friends. Man, that giggling. Roast the venison. Well, I'm not gonna tell her. But my hero does not look like he's having too much fun, probably too much on his mind. big decision ahead of him. I mean, a really big decision, really. Has to decide what's more important to him. If I was in this position, I would just take the drug, you know. Hey, more snow. My hero, come look at the snow. What sucks is that he can't even talk to his friends about this specific problem because it's a secret from them. And he knows how they would react. So his sisters are the only one I can really even talk to. Yeah, it's definitely pretty cold out there. Umbrella? You really do. No kiss. Dodge! Oh wow, she did. Get on her level. It just kind of, you know, kind of stings a little bit to see my hero kind of like spacing out and so worried, you know, everyone else having fun. Because you really should just, you know, enjoy it while you can, because they went all this way. We cut off the toe. See, now we got it. We have the magic effect, and now my hero's enjoying himself. Kya. You'd be giving up a lot. And what do you gain? Not a lot. Yeah, I think someone made up their mind. Yeah, I might want to hurry up and take the drug before anyone sees and wonders what you're doing over there. Right there. Oh god, what a beaming face right there. That's definitely a big deal. You know, the first drug was forced upon him, but that was completely voluntary, so it's very telling. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's the last episode. It really does with that same vibe. Like I was getting some K-On flashbacks here and there. Kudu. Just friggin' dork. Well, it looks like most people are asleep. But does somebody have to go to the bathroom? Did Jan fall asleep? Oh no, she's still obsessing over that. You want? Are we gonna go back to check to confirm what she touched? I mean, I guess you have to. But it should be all good now. But I feel like I've read a couple doujinshi similar to this, but how do you how would you, oh wow, okay, that is quite bold there, Momiji. I mean yeah, good thing that disappeared or retracted, however that works. I don't know. But good thing it's nice and smooth. You know, it's a long story. You wanted a midnight snack. Just let it go. We will be happy to come back. Maybe in season 2. It is quite something that the cutest girl in their group circle of friends is a guy. The route was chosen. Excuses. We call this being tsundere. But seriously, animation on all those little mannerisms there. I'll sit next to him. A season of being a little girl will do that to you. Poon. But yeah, if you turn back, your life plus. I'm glad you understand that. Everyone's all tuckered out from the trip. The show's about to end soon, isn't it? No, we can't get off Onii-chan. What? The two of them sleeping together? We should take some shots of this. Couple sisters just, yeah, sleeping on each other's shoulders, wild hand holding. Wow, could it be any better? It really couldn't. But it pretty much is over now. What is she holding up? Man, such relaxing music. I could actually fall asleep to this. And yeah, then there's those two. I think they're handling again. It's a little bit hard to tell, but Oshimai, the end. Also part of the title, you know, Onii-chan wa Oshimai. Oshimai. Okay. Okay. Well, that was the 12th and final episode of Onii-chan wa Oshimai. So, I mean, it's a pretty good episode to end things off, I suppose, right? You know, because having the whole almost turning back to a guy and having my hero voluntarily take the drug to stay that way is one of the best examples to really show the character development with that character. So I can definitely understand why they would want this to be the final episode of the anime, even if it meant being a little bit out of order. You know, I'm not saying it was necessarily the right decision, but I'm just saying I get the logic behind it. But because it definitely had more of a conclusive feeling than any other episode we got in this series, for sure. But at the same time, the series clearly goes on, well, the story, rather, continues to go on. And it's something I hope we can get to see in the future. I mean, I'm pretty sure this show did pretty well, you know, as far as, like, viewership and sale, Blu-ray sales, whatever the metrics that are important are. I assume it did pretty well, right? But, yeah, I need more of this show is really what I'm just trying to get at. But, yeah, very fun episode, especially because we had the Onsen, so we got to have a new environment, which is already fun. We get the snow and the beautiful scenery and everything like that. But we also had the awkwardness of, bathing with the friends, even though they are different gender than him on the inside. So there's a little bit of potential awkwardness there. Even had the sister say something about like not staring too much or something to that effect, right? But trying to keep his distance and all that. So he already had that on his mind to deal with, and then that's the new on his mind to deal with because it started to wear off, and certain stuff started to come back, and Momiji started to touch some of that stuff. But luckily, by the time she was able to confirm whether or not it existed, it was already gone before. So it was nice and smooth, and luckily for my hero. So, and then once she realized, she just face down. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, all around good stuff. Like snowball fights, giggling, happy times. Oh, pretty much anything you could hope for. And yeah, I can only imagine how much stuff was censored in the censored version. Like, it would be insane. Like, considering episode 1 censored, like, Arrowgate playing, sounds, like, like, considering that was censored in the first episode, censored version, like, tons of stuff had to have been censored in this episode. Like, I couldn't even fathom it. Like, it probably wouldn't even be worth watching. But because this is the uncensored version, we got to see that glorious sister-on-sister hand-holding in public. Great stuff. But, because yeah, that's one of the... Because obviously the rehabilitation project for Onii-chan, getting him to be more of a, proactive person out in society, like living a life, not just a shut-in. So we got to see that progress. But we also just got to see the siblings themselves bonding over the course of the series. Obviously, it was most noticeable in the first few episodes before we got school and the new friends and stuff like that. But we still got some of it here and there. And I think the episode did a pretty good job of showcasing, like, how much progress they have made. Oh, to the point where they're like, handling and sleeping together and all that good stuff. So really good to see that this overall project was good for their personal relationship. On top of everything else, that was the core focus. So good to see. But yeah, so overall, this has been a very fun show. We have my hero, which is a great main character. Mihari, our mad scientisto, Onii-chan, that's able to concoct stuff to make things more exciting, and also, be the leader of this project to rehabilitate Onii-chan, gets him connected to going to school, making new friends, and all our friends are great as well, right? Honestly, I thought it would be a fairly generic Genki girl, and I mean, to an extent she probably was, but like, I don't know, I just felt like a extra little charm with her character for some reason. Right, she really grew on me, but more than I expected it to when I first saw her, if that makes sense. And Momiji herself was just really great in several ways, right? She always the one that felt like the best friend of my hero, the one you would ship her with, so great to see all their interactions throughout the show. She was even like the first friend she made too, met her while doing the errand, even though she thought she was a boy, but, I think that's happened not the first time in her life, as we saw in like the one flashback, I think. But, and of course Mio, the Yuri shipper, what's not to like about her? But just there was a lot of fun, cute stuff throughout this series, and I had a lot of fun watching it. Obviously, it's nothing to really, dive dissect, analytically. It was just a fun, enjoyable show. So really not much to say here in this ending segment. Just I'm glad I watched it. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. And if there's ever any more, hopefully you watch that with me as well. And yeah, bye-bye.